This is it. This is the final hurdle to complete the quest in the road to Omaha. 16 teams will compete in the Super Regionals, and at the end of the weekend, 8 will advance to Omaha, and 8 will see their season come to an end. This is the Super Regionals. And before I continue with the video, I do want to apologize for being so late on this. But one thing I can promise you, the College World Series video will be uploaded no later than Wednesday of next week. And without further ado, let's get to the Super Regionals predictions. Up first, an ACC showdown, Miami and Louisville. Miami has had an up and down season, while Louisville, they have had a lot of productive wins this season, defeated a lot of good teams. But in this Super Regional, I am going to go with Louisville in 3 games to advance to Omaha. Up next, we have Florida State and Oregon State. And if I recall correctly, Florida State is going to be without Link Jarrett for Game 1 because he got ejected in the regional final. And they're going up against Oregon State. Both of these teams, they are no strangers to Omaha. And I think this series also goes to 3 games. But I'm going to go with Florida State. Up next, we have Arizona and North Carolina. North Carolina, also no stranger to Omaha. While Arizona is looking to go back to Omaha in their first year in the Big 12 Conference. As underrated of a team as Arizona is, North Carolina, I think they advance. And I think it only takes them 2 games to get it done. But I think in both games, Arizona will put up a fight. Coastal Carolina and Auburn. Auburn, one of the 4 SEC teams remaining, and it begs the question, at least to an extent, has the mighty SEC fallen? As the SEC had 13 teams make the tournament, but after the regionals, only 4 remain, and Auburn is one of them. As much as I want to see the Cinderella team in South Coastal Carolina make it to Omaha, I have to go with Auburn in 2 games, but I think in at least one of them we'll see Coastal Carolina give Auburn a run for their money. Up next, we have UTSA and UCLA. UTSA, one of the Cinderella stories of this tournament, as they pulled off the upset against Texas twice in the 40 acres. And I feel like we're going to have one mid-major, one Cinderella team in Omaha this year. And looking at them, I think UTSA has the best chance of the mid-majors this weekend. I'm going to go with the UTSA Roadrunners in 3 games. Up next, we have Murray State and Duke. Murray State, the biggest upset of the weekend. Just about every year we have a 4 seed advance to Omaha and advance the Super Regionals and sometimes advance to Omaha. Can Murray State be the next 4 seed to do so? But they're going up against a blue-collar Duke team, and they will be without one of their best players, perhaps their best player, AJ Gracia, as he was ejected in the regional final because he brought a prop onto the field after walking 2 steps to the dugout, which honestly, I get the rule book is the rule book, but that just needs to change, as I don't want to make this something else, but to me, things like that, it should just be a reason why these universities, they should just abandon the NCAA and become their own entity. But I do think Duke will be okay. Worst case scenario, it goes to game 3, but I think Duke gets it done in 2 games to advance to Omaha. West Virginia and LSU. LSU had a bit of a scare in the regional final, going down 5-1 early in that game against Little Rock. But LSU, they rallied. They showed what championship teams are made of. West Virginia would be fun in Omaha, but when LSU is in Omaha, it basically becomes Baton Rouge North. I'm going to go with LSU in 2 games to advance to Omaha. And finally, without a doubt, the best super regional matchup of the weekend. Tennessee, the defending champs, going on the road to take on Arkansas. I did have Tennessee in the last video where I predicted my Omaha 8, but I have had a change of heart recently. Not only was it the comment section that kind of convinced me to sway the other way here, but seeing the regional play last weekend, Arkansas looked way more dominant than Tennessee. And I thought it would be more of a possibility that Arkansas would struggle in the regional weekend than Tennessee, because I felt like Kansas, Creighton, those were some gritty teams. And I talked about how Creighton had the win for the Gipper mentality as head coach Ed Cervais was going to retire at the end of the season, and he has officially been retired. But it came to my attention this week that Tennessee has not won a series in Baum Walker since 2001. With that being said, no matter who wins this Super Regional, they're going to be at the very least the second best odds to win the CWS. In 3 games, I have Arkansas advancing to Omaha, taking down the defending champions, and that will do it for my Super Regional predictions. Once again, I do apologize that this video is being uploaded later than I wanted it to or planned to. I don't do the Super Regional video typically every year, but this year I felt the need to do so as to make up for not doing it last year. Comment your predictions down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, enjoy the Super Regionals. And I will see you back here next week for the College World Series video. And remember, Vegas is always watching.